Cold as ice tea.
EC till I get out. EC till I get out.
Well, it's so many things, man. I learned a lot from them cats. I mean, I definitely owe a lot of just my focus in direction that I'm moving into what I learned from them. Like you said, both directly and indirectly. Most notably from Mack 10, homie, it's just like you're a grinder. You're gonna make a way out of no way. You know what I mean? And that's where I come from. That's how we get down. You know, we hustle, we grind, we make things happen. And understanding that, you know what I mean, you your own boss. You know, if you don't work, you don't eat. That's life. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much the reality of it. As far as with dealing with Snoop, he could definitely show you the work ethic that needs to be put into being a superstar. You know what I mean? If you opt to go that route, it's definitely a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? So I learned a lot about that and just how to, you know, move with thick skin through this game, because everywhere you turn, somebody gonna be trying to tear you down. You know, so it's a lot of things. You know, studio work ethic, not to be half-stepping and bullshitting with it. You know, if you gonna get in here and do this music, get in here and do this music. You know, otherwise, you know, go find a hobby. With all that's going on, you know what I'm saying, throughout the years, it's just a matter of every man being a man for himself and showing that they worthy of doing this, you know what I'm saying? On the West Coast, sometimes cats get caught up in the whole cosign and piggybacking off this and piggybacking off that, but I think that's what got us in the situation we in now, you know. For the last, 20 years, we got it's the same probably like 6, 7 stars, you know, that done came. And that's, a lot of people be like, oh, you know, niggas is being stingy, they ain't passing the rock and this and that. But I mean, to be real, dude, it's, you get the music to your people, man. Let them decide, you know, what it is. And if the streets decide to roll with this, with what we got going on, you know, that's a great thing. But I feel like a person, an established artist's name shouldn't dictate the validity of great music or good music. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't necessarily need a cosigner for it to be good. Like, I hear cats that, you know, one week everybody like, man, when you start playing that shit is garbage. But the next week this person ain't got a deal, so now they hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a matter of how you want to go about it. Man, you know, it could definitely be some validity to that. We're discussing, you know, a few things. You know, nothing is quite concrete, but you know, it's all fam. You know, I could say, you know, throughout the years and all of the relationships, you know, unless it was a relationship that someone didn't want to have with me, it's still love there. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no love for me, I unfortunately don't have no love for you. But you got love for me, I can't do nothing but show love back, and that's a beautiful thing, you know, as far as like Mack 10, the whole Who Banging, Wave, you know, Young Scoop, Delana, Booby, them cats is like, man, like, you know, it's an extension of family over there. So, you know, if we could work something out, you know, and make it, you know, the way it's supposed to be, then you're going to see that project. But, you know, who knows? It's all for the better of the coast, and it's all for the better of everyone's pockets. So, you know, we could make it work however we need to. But the LBC Crew project, definitely, it hasn't been mixed down and everything yet, but we got a lot of material, probably even enough for like 2 albums, you know. But we definitely took advantage of just bringing that energy back, you know, with the exception of a few of the original members, Trey D and Centrell. We got Centrell in. Trey D is on vacation right now, but, you know, in the future, man, you know, hip hop never dies. So in the future, hopefully, we could get it all back together, man, and put out a couple dope records, man, and, you know, keep the ball rolling. Stay tuned. Look out for the world famous LBCcrew.com, LBCcrew.com. Those sites are kind of under construction right now, but we just getting all of the material together to go ahead and present that, because I've been getting a lot of feedback too from a lot of the fans. Is just like, yo, what y'all doing? So nah, it ain't no BSing going on. We just want to make sure that when we moving right, and we got a good, everything is concrete, and we can bring y'all the best material possible. What's next for Techniec and Dynamic Certified? Now, Dynamic Certified, right now is being headed by Pac-10 and Jersey J. So it's Dynamic Certified is the brand, it's the crew, it's the whole nucleus of what it is that we do. Those cats are gonna push forward as far as with the group and just keeping the name alive in that aspect. Right now they got the Certified Pros record out. That's definitely something to go check out. If like, I heard that the MC was dead, for a certain period, like when they started announcing that hip hop was dead and all that, and the techno, electro wave and all that came through. I started hearing that. So, we like to defy gravity, man, and that Certified Pros record is something that's out. That's definitely to do that. And the Blacklist for the rest of 2011. Look forward to the Blacklist, man. We got 12 tracks on the Blacklist, so you liable to see about 12 videos. Give or take, a couple. So that's something that's definitely to be focused on right now. We got the intro video, The Blacklist, that's just giving you kind of like a little vision into what's to come. We got the follow-up single, Sunshine, off of the Blacklist that has Bo Rock, Badass, and Mark Spitz on there, aka Perfect. And that video right there is going to be something that's worth seeing. Okay. Definitely. Okay. That's Dynamic, man. Me and Pac-10 started Dynamic in the crib, man, and from there it's amazing to see the influence, man, that it's had, man. I trip every time we out and you see cats walking up and they got Dynamic Certified tatted on them and whatnot. I'm like, wow, that was just an idea. These dudes is really living it. It ain't no gang on that type of tip, but it's definitely a vision that we're moving towards. Okay. Showing everyone that, like I said, it can be done. You know what I'm saying? The golden era continues, but no, as far as that, haven't you heard LBC Crew record? I think it was definitely good, cause for so long it felt like that situation was kind of swept up under the rug, but it's inevitable that it was supposed to drop because we're not stopping, and that history needs to be told. Because sometimes you got to look back to see where you're going, and that right there is genuine article. It don't get no realer than that. You know what I mean? So even if it was at the beginning phases of my rap career, and it was a lot of I was listening to certain ones like I could have got off a lot harder than that. But it's good. I was 15 at the time, 14, 15. A lot of that material was so old but it's so brand new because no one ever heard it. It's just been preserved in the archives. So I think that's a good piece of work to have out in comparison to what's new. And I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that contrast between the old and the new. Like a lot of cats who've been following from that time to this time, they can see the growth and they can see the progress that's been made throughout the years, and I think it's nothing better than that, because the hardest thing is to prove yourself as a new artist, to come out new, and unless you got a whole bunch of money behind you, you really gotta put on the extras just to be seen, and sometimes a lot of folks get caught up in the hype of that. The great thing is that we not moving off of the hype, we moving off of the reality of what it is. The reality is that these times did occur, that music is there, and it's available for your enjoyment. It's a lot of folks that, well, I hope it ain't a lot, but it's some folks that might not like the new material that we're putting out, but they like the old material. Some that don't like the old, but they like the new. It all depends on where you at. I feel blessed to even be able to be a part of the past, present, and the future. As long as they make sure they keep us right on the royalties, man. But other than that, man, you know, hey. If you want to check out, got any questions, anything, booking, all that for Techniec, get at me on Twitter, at Techniec, TECHNIEC. You know, I check that every day. You know, I might not be vocal on there all the time, but, you know, I definitely check it out, just see what's going on, check my messages. You know, for booking, you can get at us at blockrebelmedia@gmail.com. That's BLOCREBEL media@gmail.com. Also on your Facebook under Techniec LBC. So come holler at me. Any one of those forums, man. We definitely not hard to find, you know. And not only that, we definitely pillars in our city. So if you ever in Long Beach, man, you can even drop by the VIP and ask about a player, man. We out here. One last plug. I am BlackRebel.com. That is the spot where you can find any and everything new that has to do with Techniec, L's. You need to buy the album, you could come and purchase it there. Physical CD, we got the digital package that's available. Merchandise is going to be up, you know what I mean? You could get, might even catch a Fly Dynamic t-shirt, Block Rebel Media t-shirt, hoodies, hats, whatever. You know, just stay tuned. I am BlackRebel.com. That's definitely the place to go to get in tune with the movement.
Right on. Well, thanks a lot, Techniec.